So here I was, third grade, in the middle of Detroit, Custer Elementary, and we just came back in from playing in the snow. And my friend, which I really didn't have many friends, but this one, she had a special place in my heart. She had a situation, and the teacher just was not listening. So that's what happened. It happened. She soiled her snow pants. Yes. She became the biggest laughing stock in the room. And I just couldn't take it anymore. I looked at the teacher and how could you allow this ridicule to go on? And I just shuffled her out of the space and said, I'm taking her to the principal's office. Now, let me tell you, I am not one to discipline the authority figures, but that day I couldn't take it anymore. I have the ability to hear the unheard, right? So when they are speaking and not knowing, they're silent. And their silence, I hear it. And when I hear it, I cannot ignore it. So I have been there helping people all along when they don't feel like they're being heard. When the world, it makes you feel like you have to shrink, not be who you were purposed to be. That day, I found that I had a voice that I didn't even know that I had, but I always am there to speak up for those who don't feel like they have a voice. Let's fast forward to 20 years later. Ooh, my goodness. So I'm washing dishes and I get a phone call. My friend is so distraught. She doesn't know what to do. She wants to change her career, but she has all of these responsibilities. We all have responsibilities, right? Yes. And for me, this one was really hitting hard. She's a mom, raising a little one, and don't know where to go. So what do? We start to work on her crown balance, helping her mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially to regain the purpose and confidence that she needed to change to this new career. Wow, what a journey. From learning how to hear the unheard, stopping people from shrinking, and helping to just become your best self. Wow. We are venturing into this world of becoming who we are meant to be, even through the silence. Oh my goodness, am I returning to corporate America? I can't pay my bills. I have 2 teenage daughters that I need to take care of. I really thought I had it together. I had 3 major contracts that was going to replace my salary. I walked away because I knew this was my time to venture out into entrepreneurship, to be the woman that I knew I was created to be. And here I am, struggling, looking at the bills, looking at my daughters, going through an adult depression. How am I supposed to be this amazing woman in front of my daughters when I can't even pay all of my bills? Okay, it is time to eat some humble pie. Let's call Dad, because Dad has always been there. Even though he taught me how to be a strong, independent, successful woman, here I am on my bed, crying, sobbing, ugly tears. I mean, ugly tears of disappointment, failure, just complete rejection of myself. What am I going to do to take care of these teenage girls who look up to me every day? Whew, deep breaths. What are we going to do? Who are you and who were you purposed to be? Well, I had to figure that out. And part of it I was figuring out alone. Even though I was married at the time, where was my husband? Did he even see me? Did he even understand what I was going through? No matter what, I was struggling, and No one saw me. Heck, I didn't even see myself. Who was this person waking up each day with herself, looking in the mirror, trying to figure out what to do next? Swallowing my pride, ooh wee, if you know me like you know me, you know it takes a lot for me to say, I'm not going to do this thing. I will struggle through it, I will break free, I will run after it and jump off the cliff, right? No parachute, hoping that there's something to catch me down beneath. And let me tell you, suffering with adult depression is much harder than suffering with teenage depression. Why? Because you have grown so much in your world. You've done so many things. People have seen you, and the expectation has become that you are a warrior no matter what happens. But guess what? At this point, I didn't feel so much as a warrior. I felt defeated. I felt like I lacked purpose. I didn't even have the discipline to get dressed each day. What am I going to do to become the woman I know I am purposed to be? So, have you ever been suffering with depression and just sitting on the couch watching how it's made? Not you? Well, that was me. Because I love to see how things come from the beginning to the end and how it impacts the lives of others. Suddenly the phone rings. I answer. It's a position I've never held before, but they believe in me. Wow. Now let me tell you, I knew I had to go back into corporate America, and I was playing small. I wanted to not be a leader anymore. I wanted to just go in, do my job, get things done, and leave for the day. I wasn't interested in leading folks anymore, just to be real. Leading people can be a daunting task when you have so many other things going on. And the reason why I left corporate America was because I was working 24 hours, 7 days a week in building materials. And it was a lot during COVID because everybody was at home, right? Be building their homes, beautifying their spaces while I was away from my family. I missed some critical time with my daughters. Even then, my mother wasn't feeling the best, but she was there for me, supporting me. And how is it that I was out and about working tirelessly, losing myself, no identity to be seen? And now I have to go back to this world of corporate America to do these things, to lead people once again. But I stopped playing small. I started applying for the positions that I know that I am meant for, because leadership is my passion. No matter if you're leading inside the home or outside the home, leadership is important. So that phone call, okay, let's go and be the director of quality. Again, not a job that I held before, but you know, they probably have a director of quality for dummies book, right? So guess what we're going to do? We are going to rejoin the corporate world. We are going to take it by storm, and we are going to be the leader that we were created to be, because there's somebody out there who doesn't have a voice, or they think they don't have a voice. And what do? I help people to restore their voice. I help them to understand that they have a purpose in this world, and that when you are able to speak from your heart and to be who you are unapologetically, you show up and you show out. And that's why I'm me, the crown adjuster, helping people to find, fix, own, and maintain their crowns and find their voice. Wow, if I had to talk to the 21-year-old Jamie, wow, I would tell her, slow down a little bit. I know you want that new house. I know you want to provide for your son. Being that single mother, you have work to do. But guess what? Your presence in his life is much more important than the house. Well, anyway, I didn't take that advice from myself back then. I was urgently trying to buy a house for my son and I. I wanted that safety, I wanted that security for him. So what did I do? I sacrificed my time. I sacrificed a lot of nights, 2 jobs, going to college. Where was he? Well, he was either at school or he was with his grandparents or maybe his auntie. Needless to say, I was determined, so determined. I said, oh, I don't have all the money in the bank, but that didn't stop me. I am going to go and do a rent to own. Yeah, I'm going to rent this house and then I'm going to buy it after I build up the equity. And guess what happened? I am doing it, signed the paperwork, got the keys, moved in, and boom. They don't even own the house. What? Now I have to figure out where I am going to live. Where is my son going to lay his head? Because the people who said that this was the place I could live, they didn't even own the house. The title wasn't clear. Now I am scrambling. Thank goodness one of my older sisters jumped in and decided to live with me. And so we shared in this thing called Get Out of Debt. And if you've been in debt, you know what it's like. And we built our own savings accounts. And as we did that, we were able to buy our own separate houses and get out of that crazy rental property before it all blew up in our face, right? So now, safe and secure, I have my son in a space that he needs to be. But now, what do? I'm still working 2 jobs. He's still going to aftercare. I want to spend more time with my son. I got to finish this degree fast because if I don't, I am going to lose my mind. Sacrificing all the time away from my son, being a single mom, wearing myself out, all for what? Just so that someone can say, Jamie, you did a great job? Well, I'm here to tell you, 21-year-old Jamie, you're going to do amazing, but pace yourself. Remember the important things, that life waits for no one, but the time spent you cannot get back. I appreciate you for your diligence when you were 21 because it created us to be the woman that we are today. Whew. So here we are, regaining balance, no longer shrinking, no more silencing our voice, no more with just standing by waiting for someone to press go. I decided that I know my voice and it is going to be heard. And in that hearing, it's my job to help others voice their opinions, to speak loudly, to speak boldly, to be unapologetically them in everything that they do. And as you do that, wow, there's a sense of joy, peace, self-worth that you will experience that you've never experienced before. Now, let me just explain a little something. When I was a teenager, I did not have that self-worth. I did not have a self-identity, and I did not even want to be on this earth anymore. Yeah, the smiles that you see today were not the smiles of yesteryear. There was a time when I didn't think my voice mattered. I didn't think anyone was listening, and I didn't think that I had value. It wasn't until my son restored my life. He restored my purpose. He showed me that even in the darkest times, there is light. There is light that shines brightly from within if you allow it. So I stopped shrinking, and I help women to stop shrinking. I help them to know that they are purposeful, that they are meaningful, that they have value, that their self-worth is not in the clothes, the shoes, the makeup, the hair. Their self-worth resides deep within, deeper than anything on this earth. That pit of your stomach, like deep down within when you just wake up and you see yourself and you smile. Well before the world sees you, you see you. And that's what I started doing. When I stopped shrinking and started to use my voice, baby, let me tell you, my world changed. And those around me, their worlds change too. What are we going to do? We're going to keep moving. We're going to keep growing, and we're going to keep adjusting crowns one woman at a time. Heck, one man at a time. Because when we both have balance, we are a powerhouse working together. Crown balance and shining your gems for alignment allows you to be your best self, no matter where you go, no matter who you're with, and most of all, with yourself. Don't ever give up on you, and know that you are worth everything that you do for you in your life first, then for others, and then reflect on how you did those things with everyone. Why do people hire my company? Well, connective leadership is the purpose. Houston, we have a problem. We have high employee turnover, low employment engagement, our profits are shrinking, and guess what? Nobody wants to show up for work. Heck, even the leadership is bailing out. That's because they haven't found their purpose. Life-work balance is lacking, and people have had enough. If anything that COVID taught us was that when you have purpose, when you do the things that you enjoy, you are engaged. You feel a sense of pride. You want to share with others. But if you feel beat down, just a number, why would I want to show up? Well, that's what I go to do. I help to bring back that life-work balance. Now, I know that there are some places that you have to have a sense of dominance. I'm just going to change that word. Leadership is about leading, teaching, coaching, mentoring. It's not about managing. When you manage, you're managing numbers, finances, books. People can't be managed. They have to be nurtured. They have to be trained. They have to have love and feel a sense of purpose. Do you have purpose? I know you do. And I hope to restore that in businesses who suffer that turnover. In manufacturing, you have a lot of turnover, and that's due to being a cog in the wheel, just being that number, waiting for you to punch that clock, go in, be on a line. But when you sit down and you break bread with your employees, when you take that employment engagement process and kick it up a notch, not just pizza, okay? Not pizza and pop. We've had enough of that. You know, what are their favorite meals? Is it something cultural that drives them? They will tell you what they need. If you're not listening, listen with your heart instead of your eyes, because they will tell you through their movement, through their conversations, through that walking in the hallway when you say, how is your mom? How's your dad? How's your children? How's Fluffy doing? You get a lot more engagement when you take the time to treat that person, as a human being, reminding them that they have purpose and that they continue to build your business to the best it can be. Now, why would you want to hire me? Well, connective leadership, I've been doing that for 20 plus years in a variety of organizations. And I guarantee you it works. It works because people want to be seen, they want to be heard, and they want to be cared for. And once you do that, you can achieve major heights, lower turnover, and greater employee engagement. Okay, I cannot say enough about this experience. From the time I got the email to the reception for me getting lost in the parking lot, where she had to come and flag me down, I have been just overjoyed to have this opportunity to come and share my story in a new way. She was just, so energetic. Every time on our coaching calls, I would take my lunch break, go back to work, just pumped up, and my team's like, what are you on? And I really couldn't tell them because I wanted it to be a surprise about what's going on, but the care, the love, the reception, the honesty, the transparency of it all has been absolutely amazing. The makeup artist, wow, she did an amazing job. She saw me for me. She asked the right questions and she made it happen. To everyone that's working the cameras, to the sound group, to everything has been absolutely amazing. If you have not experienced this, this is your opportunity to come and experience this production. It's like no other. I've sat on a lot of sets, but the atmosphere is relaxing, calm, and they pump you up, right? They get you hype. It's just exciting. So if you have not done it, sign up because it is worth it, even if you are just trying to leave a story of legacy for your family. It's valuable. As a matter of fact, it's invaluable. Invest in yourself, invest in your family, and you will not be disappointed.